All right, everybody. This is Deontay Henry, the King with from Design Customs. But today we have a little different episode for you today. We're doing a little talking, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get some knowledge from people, get some game, you know what I'm saying? Because learning, you know what I'm saying, is the best thing you can do. You can never learn too much, never know too much. So always learn and just get game from who you can. So today we have...
Hold up. And we got more than what was it, $50 million worth of game? What's that podcast? $1 million worth of game. See, I was already thinking high with 50 million. But yeah, we got more than $1 million worth of game for y'all, man. We got the game is infinite, and we continue to learn more game, which is the reason I know it's infinite, you know. So we're gonna keep soaking it in. Whatever we absorb, we're gonna push it back out to y'all, man.
Whatever we get, you know what I'm saying, the knowledge you give, you got to give it out, you know what I'm saying? Just holding the knowledge and not passing it on to the next generation doesn't do nothing for everybody, just does it for you. So, you know what I'm saying, reach one, teach one, as Keith Wallace say, so teach the next generation. But like I said, we have the King Shinobi, you know what I'm saying, Shinobi's Podcast, and we're going to, you know what I'm saying, get some knowledge from him today.
Hello, everybody. I'm King Shinobi, the host, the founder, the owner of the Shinobi Podcast. It's been something that I've been having in the works for years, man. The things that you guys see in the present time right now, just know that there's been years and years and years of hard work behind the scenes. There's been many tears. There's been much doubt at times, you know, but I've always found a way to pick myself up, continue, and not really soak in what others are thinking, what others are saying. I've stayed true to myself. I'm continuing to figure out the brand, but I'm staying true to my brand, you know. And it's been a good journey. It's been a good journey so far, man. It hasn't been an easy one by any stretch of the imagination, but it's been a good one. I can say up until this point in my life, now that I look back on things, it's very good. Life is very good. Everything that I've gone through to get to this point has been necessary, and I really embrace and accept it, you know. So just know that some of the things that we'll talk about today, you know, as far as progression, like these things have been hard fought, and they continue to be hard fought for, you know. So I'm just looking to give you guys some inspiration, instill some courage in you guys to go after what you want to do, man. Whatever you feel, man. Whatever really calls to you, man. Don't let others veer you off that path, man. And I'm talking about everybody. I'm talking about parents, loved ones, friends. You know, if you really feel something, or if you have a vision that no one else can see, like, you shouldn't let anyone be able to deter you from something that they can't see. If you can see it clearly, you know, you just have to figure out a way to make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
Focus in on that vision and keep on, you know what I'm saying, honing your craft.
Yeah. But that was my little introduction for myself.
Okay.
So you guys can know a little more about me, like right off the bat, you know, where I come from.
Jump straight in, you know what I'm saying? Give them a little bit about you, let them know who you are.
Yeah, man.
But the first question I have for you, you know what I'm saying, since like I said, we giving a message.
Speaking to the mic.
So like I said, the first question I have for you, so talk to the youth, you know what I'm saying? If since like the question is, if you could talk to your younger self, like what advice would you give him?
My younger self.
Like, say if you talk to like I would say from 15 to like 22 or 23, you're like you're younger, going into your 20s.
Yeah.
Going into your 20s, yeah.
I would definitely tell myself to slow the hell down. Slow down. Like, it seems like when you're young, there's just this. It's like everything is ramped up, you know. Like the speed is ramped up. You're trying to do everything so quickly.
I need everything today.
Yeah, you're trying to experience everything like in an instant instead of like really just kind of sitting back and enjoying these experiences, letting these experiences come to your life organically and not forcing yourself into positions, you know, because when we're younger, we always want to be older for some reason because we think there's so much freedom, and
Yeah.
that's where it's at. You know what I'm saying? But when you become an adult, you really realize they've set a nice trap up for us to be in. You know what I'm saying? When your eyes are open.
I was thinking about that the other day, like being younger and then like wanting to be like growing up, have my own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like now I'm here and it's like, okay, now I got it. It's like, what do I do with it? And now it's like I don't have like building like a structure or something for my life.
Yeah.
It was like now looking at it now, it's like, what do I do now that I have the free time that I can do anything I want to? I can buy all the food I want or buy the clothes I want, whatever the case may be. Like now that I can get all those things and do it myself, now what do I do when I get there?
Yeah, that's a big transition. Like, because I know for you, it's still fresh. You know, like being on your own and like you just said, like figuring out all those things is like, what am I doing with my time? Where am I going? You know, now that I have these things, are they fulfilling me like I thought they would?
Right.
When I had this desire to have them, you know, you start thinking of these kinds of things, man, and start to figure things out little by little. But you can't rush that. You know, especially when you're young, you're still learning a lot about yourself. You know, we're going to be learning about ourselves forever. But, you know, in those early stages, you really have this kind of identity crisis and confusion. You know, you have what was instilled in you by your parents, you know, and then you get out into the world, and then you have things that are instilled, you know, just by society in general, you know.
Right.
So by the time you get to, you know, this age of, I would say, like, you know, early 20s, I'll use that as an example. It's like you're just kind of like a ball of confusion unless, you know, you really had really involved parents, or you had people that really had your back, people that were looking out for you, people that were making sure that you were staying out of trouble and keeping your nose clean, you know. Unfortunately, all of us don't get that in life, right. And we have to figure things out, and we have to go through this period of confusion of who we are, what we believe, you know, what we think truth is. And, you know, sometimes we make decisions that don't work in our favor because we're trying to figure things out, you know, and kind of learning by making those decisions, which is why it's so important to have those figures in your life that are right beside you, you know, the ones that are going to accept, you know, where you are in this stage of your life and be like, all right, they might do some things that frustrate me. They might be fucking up, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
I'm not going to just give up on them because of that.
Right.
You know
I see that they're trying, and I'm going to keep on giving that game and nurture to them that they need.
And if they're trying, I should put even more into them.
Right. Show them that, okay, somebody do see that you're actually trying, and that's really willing to help.
Yeah. And, you know, I think those things are important, man, because I think we can all relate to having identity crisis, you know. That's why people fucking get tattoos and piercings and, you know, dress the way they do and, you know, express themselves the way they do.
Right.
You know.
So like let me see, like you're saying, like having like somebody there like, as you're younger, that's like a big thing that, like you said, most people don't have. So let me see. Okay. So like you said, that's the thing that most people don't have. But it's like for you, I would say, who would you feel like is some of your influences like when you were younger?
When I was younger?
Yeah. Or like your influences that when you were younger or till now, like that maybe changed, or that's like who was your influences when you were younger? How have they changed, and who are still some of the same people that's like still influence you to this day?
Okay. I was born in the 80s. So I come from that era of there were a lot of like, that was kind of like what people would call like the golden age of like hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
But the hip hop movement was so much more than music, and it really had this revolutionary tone that always resonated with me. You know, you had your people like Public Enemy and KRS-One and these guys, and they really were exposing things that were happening to our people, but they were also these symbols of strength.
Mm-hmm.
Because it seems like the society wants us as brown people to kind of feel like we're lower.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think some of us do, because we've been kind of mentally fucked.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some of us actually do, see white skin or somebody that's different than us and put them above us, because
Right.
It's like a form of self-hate, But these guys were always had this energy of, no, I'm going to uplift my people. I'm going to give my people knowledge. I'm going to show my people that they're beautiful. I'm going to show my people that they're just as smart, if not smarter, than these other people that are putting this illusion in your head that you're lower than them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that was something I always respected, So hip-hop was a huge influence. Being a kid, coming up in that, and that, really being a part of raising you, and just revolutionary movements in general, you have like Black Panthers and Malcolm X, that was stuff that was in my household.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's stuff that my mom made sure that we watched,
I'm trying to think of one that I could say that happened like in my generation that I remember. I'm trying to think of one, but I'm not.
What?
Like of a revolution that like, or somebody that's like a revolutionary that's like in my generation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to like think of one.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not too sure.
But these were influences I was able to see as a kid and be like, man, I guess we are strong. You know what I'm saying? Like these guys have the courage to do it. And I also was able to see that a lot of people weren't doing it either.
Right.
So I knew that these people were rare.
Like they the ones that standing out for everybody. Like,
they were a rarity. They had this magnetism about them. People just fucking listened to them. People followed them.
Right.
People fought for them. People protected them. And I realized how important, these figures were. So yeah, a lot of revolutionary figures. Just the hip hop culture in general was definitely a huge influence for me. And I couldn't have any of these influences without my mother,
Right. One of the big factors in your life.
Yeah, so I would say she
Parents.
is the biggest influence because I've learned many things from her. There's a lot of things she couldn't teach me because she's not a man.
Right.
So
that's the thing you have to come to understand. Like if you're raised by a single mother or if you don't have your father at your household, like if your mother's the only one that's raising you for the most part, she's not going to be able to teach you how to be a man or teach you everything a man needs to do.
Yeah, man.
It's like she's trying to fill in that void of a man being there, but it's like at the end of the day, she's not that man, that figure that you actually need. Like she's trying to nurture you and be a man to you as well. As like she's kind of imbalanced, like off balance and stuff like that. So like having her there to like be the one that's give you most of the game is going to give you kind of just one side of the ball. So you kind of like later on in life, like you said, in that crisis, trying to like figure out who you are, figure out like how you need to be as a man. So it's like kind of hard for you as well, like trying to figure things out on your own. Mm-hmm. But then again, like if you do have your father figure there, like, you know what I'm saying, you have to accept the father he is, like whether he's a great father, bad father or not. Like, you know what I'm saying, for me, my dad was there for, I'll say like we had like summer times and stuff because of school and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like he was working a lot, so it's like I have to accept like he wasn't there a lot.
Yeah.
But he was there trying to provide for us because he had a job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
it's like he has 6 kids, so it's like I'm not the only kid he has
Yeah.
to raise.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like a lot of things that factor into like the life that you have and how your life goes. So it's not just like your parents did this or did that, or your parents couldn't do this or couldn't do that. So it's like you have to just see how your life went and accept it for what it was, not be mad about where you what happened and what didn't happen, what you got, what you didn't get.
Don't hold resentment, man.
Right.
Don't hold grudges and resentment against your parents, man, because being a dad myself now, you really don't understand until you get your own, man. And you start to see more. Your eyes opened up more. Because as I got older, I started to see more of what my mom actually did for me.
Yeah.
As opposed to, what I wanted as a kid, you know what I'm saying? Having all these expectations from my parents as a kid and things, looking at other kids and comparing yourself.
Oh, I didn't get this toy. I didn't get this shoe.
Exactly.
Stuff like that.
You start to equate love with like getting things. So if your parents can't get you things, you start to resent them because you're like, man, why can't they get me things? But you really don't have an understanding that these things don't mean shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like, it's just an add-on.
Mm-hmm.
I got you this roof over your head, these
Yes.
shoes on your feet,
Exactly.
clothes on your back, stuff like
Exactly.
that. So it's like, we not looking at it as, oh, this is the stuff that I need. We're looking at the toys as the stuff I need, and then the house and stuff is something I want. So we kind of looking at it as a backwards thing, like the shoes over, like the light bill being paid.
Yep.
We not worried about that as like a Christmas gift or something like that, or a birthday gift.
And we don't even know. Like
Right.
as kids, you don't even know that somebody has to pay that light bill. Somebody has to go work for those groceries. Somebody has to go, work to have a car so they can get the family here and there. Not even to mention just the stress that comes with having kids and having to teach them and having to keep their asses alive because they just try to kill themselves in the early days.
Right.
Because they have no awareness of anything,
All right, like coming into that awareness of like you say, like in your early 20s, like of really like seeing what life has and what life has to offer, and what you got to do to actually maintain your life and stuff like that. So like as a kid, like you were saying, we don't really see that. We just see like, oh, mom and dad doing everything for me. Then why ain't they give me this toy?
Yeah.
Why ain't they do this? Why ain't they do that? Or they did do this, like what I'm saying, like some kids, like you said, some kids do get everything they want. Then they realize later on in life you don't get everything. It's like your parents was giving you everything, then you start to grow up. It's like, okay, now that I got to actually work for this stuff, it's not just being handed to me. I actually have to put in some effort for it.
Yeah. I've always said, spoiling your kids, you cripple your kids by spoiling them. You want to do everything for them. You want to shelter them. You want to fucking heed to their every whim. Let them make decisions. Like, there is no negotiation with children. Children need to listen to adults. And we need to be worthy leaders for these children. So we almost said children's. Yeah, we got to be on top of ourselves and our conduct, as adults as well, But spoiling your kids cripples your kids, man, because that's not the real world. You're not going to get everything you want to when you want to get it. You're not going to have the same interactions with everybody that's going to be willing to deal with your spoiled ways or deal with your expectations. That's not the real world. That's just the world that you live in.
Right.
You
already look at the world outside of you. Like, even though we all have like our own realities in our head and stuff like that, how we view the world is like we actually really have to get out into the world and actually see what's really going on. Cause like we can all have like a expectation or something like, oh, people over in this country live like that, but if you never been there, how do you know that?
Exactly.
Like, you can listen to what the media or the internet says, like, but if you never been there, met the person, you don't necessarily know them or actually know what it's like over there.
Yeah, don't let propaganda stop you from experiencing life just because you heard about something or you saw one portion on TV about something. Like, go out and explore yourself, man.
Right. See
the world for yourself. And then figure it out from there. Find out what's really true and what's bullshit. You gotta be able to be out there like those pioneers, back in the day that were just going to uncharted land just to figure shit out. Right. You know what I'm saying? See what was out there,
Looking for a journey, looking for a quest to complete.
Yeah.
Just going into the unknown and trying to figure it out.
Get out of that bubble. Get out of that little bubble. Pop that little fucking bubble that you in.
That comfort zone gonna keep you stuck.
Yeah, man. I'm talking about that mental bubble you got, that physical bubble. If you just sitting around watching Netflix all day, eating processed shit all day, killing yourself, like, pop that bubble too. Get your ass outside, get active, man. Take on an attitude. Take on an attitude like you actually want to fucking live, like you actually appreciate life, man. Get your ass out there and enjoy life that you're given, man.
Bro, that's another thing too, though. That's not one thing I was gonna touch on, but it's another thing. Like, a lot of people, like, I'm willing to die for my kids. I'm willing to die behind this. But how many people are actually willing to live for something? Like, get up and actually make a change for yourself.
Yeah, straight up.
And actually, like, do good, do better for like you and the people around you. So like I said, a lot of people say I'm willing to die behind my kids, but it's like, okay, dying is cool, but when you're gone, what you gonna be able to do for your kids? Nothing. You need to be able to do something for them while they're here.
Like, you willing to die by your kids, but you feeding these motherfuckers Pop-Tarts and shit.
Right.
stuff that you're not even reading the ingredients on the box, you know, the ingredients they actually put on there. Anyway, you know what I'm saying?
Well, we want you to know about the ingredients.
Yeah, so, and don't take this as any judgment, anybody that's sensitive out there. This is especially for you.
This
special
is
message for you.
The harsh reality of life. You know what I'm saying? This is the real. You know what I'm saying? It's like life is gonna come at you many different ways. So it's like you never know how to take it. Sometimes you just have to sit back and just let life happen and just absorb what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And then later on, you pick up like, okay, that's what I learned from this situation. That's what I got, or that's what I needed to remove from this situation. What I need to give up. So like another thing is like so it's like another question I have. Well, the word of the day is habits. So it's like what habits did you have, and what habits did you have to give up to like get to where you are now?
What habits did I have? I'm gonna tell you a big one, probably the biggest one for any person with testicles. And that's women, man. The abundance of women, it just had to go. It just had to drop off. It was too much time, too much energy, too many funds, too many resources. That was the biggie. And that's one of the biggest. And I know I'm speaking for a lot of men when I say this, but that's one of the biggest, man.
Right.
Cutting the women out, man. Because when you're on this pursuit with just this mass amount of women, all you're doing is losing resources while they gain resources, and that's just ass backwards, you know. So women is one. That's number one.
Okay.
I mean, we love women. I mean, come on, man.
You gotta love the women.
I mean,
though,
damn,
you know
y'all just be out there looking good, and
they know what they be doing.
Yeah, y'all got that power, but men,
control yourself. Control yourself.
Men, realize that women got this power, man. The power, their power is when you see them, you feel that power. You know, when you see something and you just like, you know, you might make an ugly face, or you might just be like, damn, you know what I'm saying? That's their power. So you got to be stronger than that power, bro. I'm telling you. You got to be stronger than that power that they possess. And you got to have discipline. Discipline with your dick, man. I haven't always had discipline. I got a lot of shit to show for that.
So I got kids to show for that.
Exactly. So it's like, yeah, you got to be responsible, man. You got to be responsible with where you giving your energy, who you giving your energy to, you know, who you pouring into, you know, because that's going to reflect in your life, man. So that's of utmost importance, gentlemen. Utmost importance. I know they fine. I know it feel good and all that, but we can't be out here just seeking pleasure. We can't just be out here seeking this instant pleasure. You know, like we crackheads or something.
Gotta
you know
get that delayed gratification.
No doubt, man.
Gotta wait on it.
Yeah, conserve yourself, you know. Conserve your energy. Transmute that energy. Turn it into something else. You got that sexual energy. Turn it into something else that's going to be productive for you, man. You know what I'm saying? Build your business up. Fix relationships if you need to fix relationships. You know what I'm saying? You can do anything with that energy. Go get in the best shape of your fucking life. You know what I'm saying?
You change your whole life around. You never know.
Go get your mind right. Go get your spirit right if you need to get your spirit right. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's a biggie. Habits, women. Yes. Number one. Procrastination. That was another one.
That's a big thing I have to focus on. Well, fix myself is like putting things off to last minute and then like waiting last. Like, that's what I've been doing. I feel like it's like one of the big things I've been doing is like I get things done last minute, but that's not a good thing to have.
Yeah.
It's like I know I can get it done, but it's like if I get it done sooner, then I'll be able to have more time to get more things done instead of just like waiting until like, oh, I'm gonna do it this day. And then it's like I could have done it maybe that day and I was just sitting around or doing something, like not really doing anything. Like maybe like you said, watching TV, just being on my phone or something like that. So it's like I know a habit that I have is like just scrolling through Instagram, stuff like that. Like I realize like how much time I spend is like one of the things I'm trying to like actually work on. Like, getting off my phone as much. Yeah. So it's like you said, that make me procrastinate. I'll just be like, I know I'm procrastinating on my phone. Like I know I need to be doing something, but I'm steady scrolling on Instagram or playing a game on my phone or anything like that.
I did an episode about just that yesterday.
What, procrastination?
Well, Not procrastination, but distractions.
Oh, it was distractions, yeah.
But I touched on like exactly what you're talking about, man. So I definitely feel you because I do that myself. I implement that in my life too. When I realize I'm on there too much or I'm getting sucked into something, just having that awareness to be like, all right, let me check myself real quick.
Right.
Because I was also saying how that stuff is designed for us to take on the actions of just being there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was also touching on the intentions. Like, think about the intentions of what you're using. It's like, why do the people that create these devices, why do they want your head down and why do they want you sucked into this world that ain't even real? You got to think about the intentions behind that, Right. You got to think, do you want to be a part of that? Do you want to freely walk yourself into a trap?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how it looks.
Because you have a choice, you know what I'm saying? So whether put your phone down, keep your phone. So it's like, but you have to make that mental choice. It's like we all have the free will to do what we want, but it's like you have to choose to do what you want to do. So it's like if you're not choosing to put your phone down, choosing to grow, choosing to elevate, put yourself in uncomfortable situations, and choosing to like, you know what I'm saying, just get yourself out there and like really evolve, then it's up to you. It's on you.
Just hit it again. Hit it again. It should come right back.
Okay, yeah, it's back on. But you just gotta choose to actually grow and choose to do better in life.
Yep, it's all choice. So make them bitches wisely, man.
Okay, so we got your inspiration. We got talk to your youngest.
Shout out to moms, love you.
You know what I'm saying? Like my mom, my dad. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, even though my dad was there, he was there. Don't get me wrong, he was there a lot. So I ain't gonna say make it seem like he wasn't there. He was. You know what I'm saying? It's just we have to realize like your parents can't be there every moment for you, every second of the way. So it's like sometimes they can't be there for you.
Yeah.
Some things like you have to learn on your own. Some things they won't be able to teach you.
Yeah, man.
Like they're not gonna be able to teach you everything in life. Some things you have to figure out on your own. So it's like once you get on your own, that's kind of like one of those big things you have to look back and like, what did my parents teach me? What did I learn from my parents? So it's like I see my mom has 3 kids. She had to raise them. She has 4 kids, but she had to raise 3 of us by herself. So it's like looking at how there was 3 of us and she had to provide for 4 mouths, and there's not like I guess you could say the job she was working wasn't high paying jobs. So it's like just looking back on that, it's like that's a struggle right there in itself. Mm-hmm. You have to struggle to provide for yourself, then you have to actually provide for somebody else.
No doubt.
So like I guess like once you get on your own, you see like I'm already struggling by myself, and then like you have to provide for other people. That's like just even more stress and problems on yourself. So you have to really give your parents credit for what they did do for you.
No doubt, bro.
So like that's like a big thing. Like I actually applaud my parents. Like they did a lot for us, and you know what I'm saying. So I really thank them for everything they done for me. So it's like you really have to just sit and think about everything that they've done for you, like to get you here to however old you are. I'm 22 years old now, so it's like 22 years they've been taking care of me, and they've been doing a good job, I can say. So I really have to like thank them for that.
Yeah, have that gratitude for your parents, man, because your parents, they're just people. They're just people like you, and I'm sure, people once they start to get out on their own, they start to learn. Like you were saying, like, oh man, if I'm struggling here, imagine if I had 3 kids. You know what I'm saying? And it really opens your eyes. You're like, oh man, this is what my mom was doing. And sometimes I look back at what my mom did, and I'm like, I don't even get it.
Right.
I don't get how you did it. I know it was different times, but still, I don't get how you did it with 3 kids. Just the mental aspect alone.
Right.
Because kids drive your ass crazy, boy.
Right. Like I said, my daddy got 6 kids, so it's like I know for him that was like even way more stressful for him. So it's like you have to really think about like I have to put time into each one of my kids, and then I have to really like make sure they got everything they need and feel the love that I'm trying to give them. Mm-hmm. So it's like that's a big thing.
Thin.
Right.
He's spread thin.
So it's like a big thing I have to really pay attention to. Is like he couldn't be there every day for just me, so I have to look at like I have other brothers, other siblings that he has to take care of.
Yeah.
So that's the big one. But I would say,
if you got uncles and brothers and cousins, like hang out with them.
Right.
Take
That was a big thing too. Like I said, my dad did work a lot, so that was one of the big things I was doing. Like when I would go to my grandma's house, I would be hanging out with my uncles, my cousins, and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So that's like the big family aspect of it, like really spending time with your family and enjoying those moments that you had with them.
Take game from everybody. You can't just put all the pressure on dad or on mom. You know what I'm saying? Like that cliche saying, it takes a village. You know what I'm saying? To raise a kid, that's real talk, man. That kid needs to be getting bits and pieces from everybody, from grandma, from uncle, from grandpa, from cousins, everybody, auntie. You know, everybody needs to be pouring into everyone. You know, not even just the kids. That's in general. You know, in your family, in your tribe, y'all need to pour into each other, man, so that tribe can continue to grow and thrive and prosper. You know,
you gotta really help one another and push one another to the next level. So I would say, for like, what age or what moment do you feel like you really started to like focus on your goals and like pursuing what you're trying to do now?
Oh, that's an easy one. 30. There was a huge transition when I hit 30. Like, I'll be 38 this year. Okay. When I hit 30, bro, I don't know what spark went off in my head.
Yeah.
But it was kind of like, hey, we gotta get focused. You know? I mean, I'd already, I had my first kid when I was 27.
Okay.
So, that threw me into being focused. But it seemed it just went to a higher degree once I hit 30, man. I was just kind of evolving into somebody new, a new man. I was still figuring things out, figuring out how I could stop certain cycles from happening and ridding myself of certain habits, Yeah. But I would say it became like more of a priority once I got in my 30s. I really wanted to just expand myself as a man, like in general, I no longer wanted to feel like a boy.
Right.
Like some lost boy. I wanted to
really step in who you was meant to be.
Yeah, man. I really wanted to embody like real manhood, you know what I'm saying? Like a real fucking solid man, And I can say right now, I feel like I'm closer than ever now, man, but
still beginning though.
Yeah, still beginning
stages.
But that trek to get here has been a motherfucker, boy.
Right.
But I'm grateful for it because, it's led me here. It's led me here to right now in this very moment. Having this conversation, been able to talk with you, been able to talk to the people, and just have a conversation. Something genuine.
Might really give game and really give like love to the people, you know what I'm saying? This is a form of love, giving you actually what you need to hear.
Yeah, man.
Not what you want to hear.
Because we could be off doing something else we feel like doing.
Right.
But this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do with my time, man. I want to give you guys game. Anything that I could do to help. I'm not going to say or do anything on this camera if I don't think it's going to help somebody, So I'm never going to be coming at anybody with any ill feelings.
Right.
I'm always going to be here to help. And that's why I'm sitting right here right now, taking the time. I mean, look, man, we outside chilling. Like, I don't need to be anywhere else. This is good, man. Life is good, man. That's one more thing. Simplicity, man. Enjoy the simple things, man. Enjoy the simple things. Everything doesn't have to be extravagant and large in scale, man. Simplicity is good.
Just enjoy them days, just where you can just sit back and kick your feet up. You know what I'm saying? Come outside, look at the sun, the stars at night, wherever the case may be. Might take a little walk in the park, walk on the beach, wherever. You gotta enjoy those moments.
Enjoy those moments and have more of those moments with one another, man, where we're not on our phones, but we're actually just somewhere where we can fucking talk.
Not just over the phone texting, because you can't really feel text message. I mean, you can, but you can't really feel the emotion they saying behind it.
Mm-hmm.
So like, because like you can text somebody, oh, I'm laughing right now, but then have a serious face behind the camera, behind the phone.
Yeah.
So it's like you really got to have those connections, be beside each other, and actually feel the energy and feel the vibe of the conversation and the flow.
Yeah, because it seems like in texting, it's just like it's very easy to not have an in-depth conversation with someone.
Yeah.
Because you can just like, somebody can send you something and you can just do a reaction real quick.
Right.
Whether you felt it or not, you can just be like, boom. Because sometimes people will be like, let me give this person what they want.
Yeah.
They send me a funny video. I'm going to barely look at it and then just put a funny thing on there.
Right.
Send it off, you know what I'm saying? So it's very impersonal. It's very deceptive as well.
Like you said, he could give him that thought process. Oh, he watched the video. Probably didn't watch, just double tap it.
Exactly. You know,
He just thought he watched it.
And I've noticed a lot of things get lost in translation because I'll say certain things to people and they take it the wrong way. And I'm just like, ugh, this is why I don't like communicating. This is why I don't like communicating this way, because this person just took what I said, in some whole other direction where I didn't even mean for it to go.
Right.
You know, so that's why I like looking people in the eye, talk to people in person, man. That's how you really make relationships. This robotic relationship that we have with one another, it's not doing anything but driving a wedge between us, you know, and driving us apart. So we got to get back to having more interpersonal relationships, you know, getting together in person, talking in person, expressing ourselves in person. You know what I'm saying? Get away from everything being attached to a screen, you know.
Really
we need
get
to see and touch and smell and be able to feel one another.
Right,
you know?
Really bonding with one another and really getting that, like you said, either family time or friendship time, just quality time with anybody that you like want to actually spend quality time with.
Mm-hmm.
Really set those days for yourself. Like, you got to set the tone for your day. So you really got to choose who you want to be around and choose who comes around you.
No doubt.
Okay. So, you know what I'm saying? You can't like really take too much to criticism or like people calling you great or stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? But you do gotta believe you are the best at what you do. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you feel is your biggest strength? Even though, you know, like sometimes you have to be your own biggest cheerleader and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
What did you feel like is I would say like your biggest strength or best quality about yourself? Or you want people to know about you is your biggest strength, I would say.
After looking back on myself, my biggest strength is that I don't fucking quit. I'm always looking for challenges. Not that I'm looking to like, not like I'm this crazy person that's out looking for challenges, but
right.
I know that life has challenges. I know that they're gonna appear at some point. You know, so I spend a lot of my time preparing myself for those challenges, whatever they may be. You know, whether it's mental training through pain tolerance or martial arts training, like all that builds me and continues to, you know, fuel my attitude to be able to not quit. So once these things try to weigh me down, even if they put a little bit of pressure on me, I can always be like, man, get the fuck off me. You know what I'm saying? I can always
shrug that weight off your back.
I can always get it up off me, you know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't be able to do that if I wasn't working diligently on my mental strength. You know what I'm saying?
So you're saying like actually like really putting intention and focus behind actually really developing your mental strength is what you're saying?
Yes, for sure. That's a big priority of mine because I don't want to be weak-minded, you know?
Right.
I see people that are. I don't want to be part of that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be broken down. I don't want anybody breaking my spirit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Don't want to be broken too easily.
Yeah, my body can be broken. My body can be broken, but I want a fucking indestructible spirit, you know? And that's what I'm molding for myself. That's what I'm being molded into. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the fact that I don't quit, and when I get a vision, I go and get it. You know, when I have a vision about something, I go and get it.
Right.
And I don't care about the critiques or anything. I just keep myself silent, keep myself working, and I believe in it. You know, I believe in what I'm doing.
You gotta really believe in what you're trying to achieve.
Yeah. And I have ultimate belief in what I'm doing. Nobody will ever fucking tell me different, you know, or discourage me from going on this path.
Right.
Ain't none of y'all got that power, you know.
Only person that really can discourage you is yourself, because it's all like mental blocks and stuff that you have in your head.
Yeah.
It's like stuff that you think people may say or people may criticize you about, but you never know until it's like actually out there. So it's like that's one of the things I feel like kind of for me is like speaking on camera. I feel like my voice sounds a little bit weird for me a little bit sometimes. So it's like kind of just like getting over that mental block of like caring what people think about how I sound or how my voice sounds on camera or how you may look on camera or something like that.
Well, that was the biggest thing when I first started.
Mhm.
The biggest thing when I first started was, fuck, man, I don't like how my voice sounds.
Right.
That was one of the biggest hurdles for me, getting into doing this type of
You
shit.
gotta think. People, you might think your voice sounds weird. People may love your voice. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I just love how you sound, stuff like that. So it's like you never know.
So I had to accept that. I had to get over that hurdle before I could even press play the first time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had to get over that, which goes back to that mental training. I had to be like, I had to really be in a position where all those nerves just went away, and I was comfortable with just putting out whatever I was putting out.
Yeah.
I don't care how I sounded. I just needed to accept myself, and it came down to like really self-love. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like now it's like, yeah, I love my voice. I'm gonna love everything about myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
really embrace who you are.
Yeah, I'm not gonna discourage any part of me. Especially a part of me that could be shared with the world to help people.
Yeah.
So
I think like for me, it's kind of more so like I don't have like it's kind of like how you saying like let the conversation flow. I guess because it's not like I have the words like directly in front of me to know what I'm saying. 'Cause like I can be rapping a music video and like recording myself easily, but it's like I know the words to it already. So it's like kind of make it easier to flow. I feel like that's kind of like one of those mental things I was talking about. Just like being able to really just put yourself out there and just like let the words flow as you speak. Cause like I was saying with the music video, or not a music video, but like a rap song or something I listen to, if I know the words, I could be behind the camera just singing the songs and lyrics easily. But like for myself, just like talking in general, just in public or something like that, it just seems like it's different, but it's not. It's the same thing basically. It's just I have like it's kind of like a mental thing in your head.
Yeah, no doubt.
I would say to kind of wrap it up, any advice you have for the youth? You know what I'm saying? You gotta give some game that you could give to the younger folks.
The youth, young men, stop chasing women. I'm always say that. Youth, man.
Okay,
listen to your OGs, man.
Hold on, I'm gonna let you continue. I would say I'm gonna say this: life is like maybe 20% physical, 20% mental. 20%? I said mental, physical, spiritual, financial, and then emotional. So you gotta really tie in all 5 of those things. So I would say, could you touch on like a little bit of each, like just like advice you could give for like your mental health, something you do to get your mental health right, something you do to keep your physical health right, stuff like that.
Okay. Mental health. Oh man, I do a ton for my mental health. I like being outdoors, being in nature. I like to meditate. I like martial arts. I like to do martial arts. That's a biggie. Especially just to get that feral energy out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But also focus as well. But martial arts is a biggie for me. I like to paint, man. I just took up the flute, which so I just took up an instrument as well. That's been helping with my mental health as well. Just playing that thing and it being all soothing and learning it and figuring it out has been really cool. I like to paint, man. I like to color, and I like quiet, silence. Silence is the best thing for mental health.
I say it's pretty quiet out here right now. You just hear the birds chirping.
Yeah. So, always making sure that I prioritize my mental health. That's a biggie. Okay. No matter what's going on, no matter how much time I have to fit it in, I need to fit something in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I can't just have everybody dictating my time, and draining me. So I have to set boundaries, so that doesn't happen, so that I can keep myself at 100%.
Okay, so message 1, set boundaries for yourself. Message number 2, make sure you set time to like get your mental right. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to find what your mental thing is. Like, not everybody has the same thing that they need to do to get themselves together. You know what I'm saying? Yours might be going for a run, going for a walk.
Mm-hmm.
Yours might be just, you know what I'm saying, maybe taking time just to watch something funny for yourself. You know what I'm saying? That might be your thing to like actually stimulate yourself. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things you could do. So, you know what I'm saying? You got to figure out what works for you. Right.
Experiment with that shit. Sometimes I like gaming. I definitely don't game as much as I would like or as much as I used to, but that's another one, man. I game from time to time, whatever your thing is.
Right.
And be open to exploring new things. Like we were just talking about me getting into the flute. Like that's just something that I explored. I'm not a musician. I love every form of art, but I've never really dove into music. So I thought this would be a great chance for me to kind of dive into that and just kind of see where it takes me. So just be open to things as well. Things
Right.
that you want to try, go and try them. Places that you want to go to them. Figure out how to get there.
You got to go out and experience life for yourself. Like you said, you never know until you actually go out there and try it or go to that place and actually see what it's like over there. So really just getting out and doing what you want to do in life, so really setting life up for yourself.
Yeah.
Because you choose your destiny, you choose where you want to go in life and choose who you become, or you let others around you dictate who you become.
No doubt. Because we all together here, but we going to go out alone. So you better live the life you wanted to live, man. You better be able to look back at your life and be like, all right, I'm out of this place and I lived a good one. You know what I'm saying?
So really choose who you want to be around, choose the life you want to live, and focus on what you want to get done. That's the biggest thing. And really accept yourself where you are at the moment in life. Like don't have bigger expectations. Like you might have thought you're supposed to be a millionaire by the time you was 25, but you making $30,000 a year. You got to accept that. Don't just keep putting false expectations on your life. Really accept where you are, who you are, and what you got going on right now, and believe in what you're going to achieve, and believe in what you got going on that you're going to do. So really just focus on yourself, the people around you that's helping you grow, and continue to be positive. That's the best thing you can do.
Have patience with that. Have patience with everything. Don't be in a rush, man. Things ain't gonna happen overnight for you. That's just the reality of things. So be realistic about things. Be patient. Build it brick by brick each day, man. Put something into it each day. I promise you it's gonna build, man. We about to show y'all what we've been building, so we ain't just talking over here.
You know what I'm saying? We got some merch coming soon, but just remember, you get 1% better each day. You know what I'm saying? That's 365% better each year. So just think about that. You know what I'm saying? One day you might get 1%, next day it might be 5. So as long as you stacking up those little mental wins, those small wins, those big wins, you know what I'm saying? Of course you're gonna take some losses. Only if you look at it like that. You might lose, but you know what I'm saying? It's just a lesson to me. So you either lose or you learn. That's the only thing you can do. Just keep winning. Keep doing your thing.
Take action. All right, you want to close this thing out?
But with that being said, let's see. Stay focused and keep doing good in life. You know what I'm saying? We love y'all.
And remember, we got the merch. Check us out. These ain't even out yet. I'm the only one that got one of these.
Exclusive.
We got a Shinobi Podcast exclusive. Check me out on the back. This is all made by Design Customs.
Oh yeah, don't even forget Design
right
Customs.
there, baby. But yeah, we got the t-shirts coming. We got the hoodies coming. We getting everything ready. We gearing up. We're gonna drop next month. It's gonna be nice, man. So you guys check me out at Shinobi Podcast or Shinobi_podcast 1 to support the Shinobi Podcast.
That's on Instagram. Check him out on Instagram. Also, he is on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? What is it?
I'm on YouTube. Our YouTube is the Shinobi Entertainment Network. So Shinobi Entertainment Network. I'm gonna put it down there somewhere. But yeah, check out the Shinobi Entertainment Network, which is our YouTube channel. It's gonna have an abundance of different shows on there. It already has the Shinobi Podcast. It has Shinobi Wisdom, where you can get your dose of wisdom on there. It also has King Shinobi scene breakdowns, where I go in and break down my favorite movie scenes, fight scenes, interrogation scenes. I just love film in general. So we're going to have that on there. Now we're going to put whatever you decide to call your show. We're going to have that on the
Still
network.
working on the name. You know what I'm saying? This is the first episode officially.
So by the time we post it, we're going to have a name.
Right.
But yeah, that's going to be on there. So Shinobi Entertainment Network is building. Now we got somebody new making the show. It ain't just me on there.
We building, we expanding. Like you said, put yourself in new situations.
Yeah, man. But
continue to grow.
yeah, man, I'm glad you decided to do this. I'm happy to see you going your own route, staying focused, learning, actually absorbing what you're hearing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, I can't wait to see where you get to. You know,
Right.
because I used to change your motherfucking diapers. I used to change this nigga's diapers, man.
Hey,
But
saying full circle moment right here.
yeah, bro, I can't wait. I'm just sitting back, just watching and enjoying watching you grow, enjoying watching my son grow, enjoying watching us grow, and I'm just enjoying. So happy to be here, happy to be on the first episode of whatever this is gonna be.
So we're gonna close this out with a thank you to everybody that's either gave me a ride, supported me, you know what I'm saying, gave me a place to stay, anybody that's helped me out through life, you know what I'm saying, whether it's friends, family, you know what I'm saying, because there's been too many people to really try to give a thank you to right now. Like, there's been a lot of people in my life that's helped me. So I thank all those that's really been there. You know who you are, you know what I'm saying, that's really gave me like either a place to stay, something to eat. You know who you are, that's really helped me in my life. So I really appreciate y'all, and you know what I'm saying, we love y'all. We out.
Oh, same here. I just want to say thank you, everybody. I appreciate y'all. I haven't gotten here alone. I ain't gonna forget about nobody that's really been down. There's only a few of y'all, but yeah, continue to fuel me, man, because we taking this thing far. We taking it as high as it can go. So
Right.
continue to fuel us. We ain't gonna stop. We got that willpower, man. Much love to y'all. Peace out.